family. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Daily Zest. I'm your host, Miss Teen Crypto, aka Randi Hipper, back at it again. Oh my gosh. So much is happening. We're going to get into the nitty gritties, man. It is crazy. But firstly, shout out to Market Cypher, man. This show is sponsored by Market Cypher, so make sure to use that code in the live chat, Miss Teen Crypto, in the link there and in the description for 20% off of this lovely indicator. I've been looking at Market Cypher all weekend, and man, does a lot of stuff make sense to me. Friends, again, make sure you check out Market Cypher. This show is sponsored by Bybit as well. So check out Bybit, link in the live chat and in the description. Guys, you will be able to step up your zest, your trading game. You use Market Cypher in order to help you trade on Bybit. We are also streaming on kick.com/MissTeenCrypto. If you guys are a fan of Kick, you could head over and follow me. I only have 2 followers over there. But thank you again, guys, for having me. I can't even speak. I'm like reading things at the same time. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Please, again, if you are here, if you're ready to get down to the nitty gritties of everything that happened this weekend, because man, was there chaos. Chaos ensued. Make sure to smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends, and most importantly, comment in the live chat. Let me know that you're here. The goal is to have 100 likes, to have 100 live viewers, so that way more people, again, are educated on what's going on. I want to say hello to friends in the chat. Cake or Death, what's up? Nice to see you on TikTok. Spook Boys, again, you're over on TikTok. Nice to see you. Friends on TikTok, there's so many people. Smash these likes. Give me a follow if you can. Share the stream out with friends. Head over to youtube.com if you want a better experience. We got Network Bits Crypto. That is jacked. I'm feeling jacked too. Even my friend on TikTok was sending me weights so I could pump iron to pump the markets. We got Randy out here. Nash, what's up? Nice to see you. Rusty Bot, nice to see you as well. Nifty guy. Blockchain Bray coming in here with the yos. All capitals. Just bringing in the energy, Bray. Let's go. We got Flat Smack. Nice to see you. Retro Mike, what's up? Network Bits Crypto was asking me to go live to beef with you all weekend. Crazy stuff over here. We also have Flat Smack, nice to see you as well. Ken's Log, good morning, good morning. Ken's Log went to In and Out this weekend and it made me so jealous, but I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you're safely traveling, Ken's Log. We got Randy A, nice to see you. We got 3 Randys. I don't think there's ever been so many Randys in one place. We got Randy A in the chat, we got Randy in the chat, and we also got me. So this is crazy. Orange, nice to see you. Yes, my curls are back. My hair was straight for like 5 days, and I washed it this morning, and it made a nice comeback. So thank you for noticing. And Hashi, thanks for noticing too. Bitcoin Free the World, hello, nice to see you. We also have Kenny O in the chat. Nice to see you, Kenny O. Rod Putz. Wow, so many friends. DC Matthews, nice to see you. Meninja. John Germain. Whoa, Gucci Khan. Meninja, I think I said hello. Mark Lamarck. Zesty day today. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys, you know what to do. Smash these likes. Let's get to our 100 like goal and 100 viewer live goal. Ken's Log, more Randy, or more Kens. There are a lot of Kens as well. But again, yeah, we're here for the zesty news, like Blockchain Bray is saying. Guys, we are going to get after the nitty gritty. Thank you for the hat and the mustache. I love those. Cam Bay, ayo, welcome to the show. Nice to see you. Guys, oh my gosh, we have so much news. I'm so excited. It's like I'm excited to be here. I'm not excited about particularly like the news because it's not like the best news to be sharing. But I'm just happy it's Monday and I'm happy I'm back and I get to talk smack with you guys. It's been a long weekend. Okay. Let's get the charts up here. Oh gosh, you guys are not ready for this. Of course you're ready for this though. We have $24,219 Bitcoin. Whoa, we also have Market Cypher B here at the bottom. Again, check out Market Cypher. You see the momentum over here building up. Wow. And then the VWAP popped right through. And usually that's indicative if you want to do a long. That's what a lot of people do say, not giving financial advice. You know, this is what I'm learning through the charts. The RSI was pretty low, is starting to pop up a little bit now. Wow. Even though the money flow is actually coming down a little bit, we're still at the edge right here of the money flow. So, but again, there was a substantial amount of money coming into the markets, comparable to the last literally few months since October. There was more money coming in now during this late January, early February, and during February movement that we had. But man, did Bitcoin do something that nobody expected? We had a volatile weekend, my friend. We had a volatile weekend. We had Bitcoin, again, was heading to the lower end of our range on Thursday. We were worried about her. We were worried about Bitcoin. She dropped really pretty low over the weekend. We even had this candle over the weekend that, again, like Friday, there was not much going on there. We were at low 20K. We were worried. We dipped below. We had a wick actually drop below 20K to 19,582 about. We popped right above there. We traveled back into our range. Wow, would you look at that? And this is all the while, my friends, that banks are going down. Things are happening over the weekend, depegging, all of it. But Bitcoin seemed not to care. Now, a lot of people were saying, oh no, this is the end for the Bitcoins. We're going down, down in a million round, like that. People said we were going down. We were falling to pieces. Nah. Again, Bitcoin does what it wants when it wants. There is no stopping the Bitcoin. If it wants to grow, it will grow. And now, of course, we've been seeing a lot of volume, more volume coming into the markets. Not a crazy amount, but some volume coming back into the markets. You can see the bears and the bulls are having a little bit of a little tiffaroo over here. They're battling it out. But again, Bitcoin soared. And we saw it broke right through this, through the bottom of our channel here at 21.6.
She said pegging. Retro might get pegged.
Network bits. Oh, stop it. But thank you for your $10 super chat. I appreciate you. Now, a lot of people, again, took longs over the weekend, or people actually tried to short over the weekend Bitcoin, and that literally did not work out well. There were a ton of liquidations. This was a lot of liquidations happened over the weekend because people thought people initially got wrecked when we fell to the low 20K. Then we're bouncing up. Again, this is something that nobody expected, especially since yesterday another bank was shut down. We had 2 banks actually closed over the weekend, but again, Bitcoin does what it wants when it wants. If you even look at the 4-hour, you could see the movement that's been happening here with Bitcoin. Just a ride up that nobody expected. And even right here, here on the 4-hour chart we're looking at right now, even if you look right here, there was a nice influx in volume here. Like the bulls were really showing out in that past 4-hour chart. We just 4-hour candle. We're just starting a new one now. So I mean, listen, friends. We have the bulls willing to step in. They're like, we're not scared. We're not backing down, especially because, again, so many people are worried about their money now. They don't know where to put it. They're looking for a safe haven. And what other asset is, or I guess piece of technology even, is more safe to keep your money in than Bitcoin. Again, what I found funny is as Bitcoin started to pop off last night and started to have this nice little run up that it did, then that's when the announcement of the second bank, Signature Bank, was closing. News came out. Again, it did not touch Bitcoin. They were saying, oh, this is a crypto-friendly bank, yada, yada. No, did not touch Bitcoin. Bitcoin does not give a friggy poo. It does not give a sheesh. It does not give a sheesh. Now we have Ethereum too, running. So good for Ethereum. We got Ethereum at $1,680. This was a tiff point. This is the 4-hour chart, just so you guys could see the craziness that ensued over the weekend. The $1,570 range about was a little bit of a tiff for Ethereum. Let's go back to the daily here, where again you had this sideways trading itching to make a move. We did again dump. Ethereum kind of followed Bitcoin at that point. Fell a little bit below our range, popped back up. We did actually see a low for the weekend of around $1,372 Ethereum. Popped again above our range, above the bottom of our range, which was at $1,450 about. Just trailing up here, Ethereum, fully kind of recovering. Now we're hitting the top of our range at 1,700. Now this 1,724 range about is something that Ethereum had problems with before, kind of similar as to when Bitcoin was dealing with $25,200 up here. This was major resistance for Bitcoin, and it seems like we're heading back in that direction even for Bitcoin. But Ethereum, we're getting closer to that kind of resistance point. We're wondering what's going to happen here. We had a wick kind of touch the top of our range of $1,703. Ethereum is currently up 5.5+% right now. So hopefully, we could keep on this run. It follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin keeps going up as Bitcoin's literally up 9% right now. So guys, Ethereum having, again, a really nice run up, even though we saw a nice amount of volume in the bearish direction, but it seems like the bulls were just following that up right away. Market cipher, again, there's momentum building up to the upside. We had the VWAP pop right through that zero line. The RSI is starting to make a little bit of a move. Wild, wild. Ethereum. Oh my gosh. Man, look at this. I love to see these green candles. It's so spicy. Litecoin now had a rough weekend. Poor Litecoin. Litecoin having tiffs. Fell below the bottom of our range, but the bottom of our range was $91 about. Litecoin fell. It slipped. It's like literally like when you go down like the stairs in like wooden stairs that don't have the carpets on them, and they were just freshly like, you know, mopped and stuff, and then you just slip the past, like you're careful going down the stairs, right? You're like, I'm careful, I'm going down the stairs and then you have socks on. So you just slip down the stairs on the wood stairs without a carpet. That's exactly what happens with Litecoin. She just slipped. And all the way down, we had to wick down to $65 Litecoin. And we were literally at $105 on my birthday, actually, February 16th. We were chilling with Litecoin. We were above $100+. We slipped below and unfortunately took a tumble, literally. I think it was like a 17% drop over the weekend total for Litecoin, but it's actually up 6.75% today. You can see Litecoin's making a little bit of a comeback. We have some volume coming in terms of bearish volume, but also the bulls are not scared. They're following up on that, and they're like, no, fam. We're willing to step in and protect Litecoin. Litecoin's now above $80 at $82.16. Hopefully with, you know, the upside potential that we do have with Litecoin being that if you went and down zoom out on the yearly charts, you would know. And even again, considering where we were at in literally May, June, where Litecoin was $40 approximately, we're still up 2x from then. So I always got to look at the positive side of things, but Litecoin, again, moving a little bit more than the others. Hopefully we can make it above $80 and make it back into 90. That's where I'd be really happy. Come back, Litecoin. Come back. We miss you. We miss you. We even see some momentum building up here as well. Hopefully this is a nice anchor wave, and then we have some trigger waves after that to justify a nice run up for Litecoin. Even the money flow, if you take a look at the money flow, that's a little heading into the red as well. So hopefully, again, more money could keep flowing into Litecoin. But we're seeing a little bit of bullish and bearish case scenario in terms of volume. Let me know what you guys are thinking. If you guys are bullish, how you guys feel about Bitcoin right now, because honestly, a lot more people are worried about, again, where they're putting their fiat. Honestly, I'm looking at where I want to keep my fiat. I want stuff like Bitcoin. I want things like Litecoin, where I know that my funds are safe, where I know that I have my funds in my own wallet. Man, this could be what we've been waiting for, guys. And I would love to see people be like, you know, saying, hey, man, I don't want to hold my dollars under my mattress. I don't want to trust my little safe in my basement. I'm done with that. I need to be protected. Bitcoin. And this is where I'm picturing a ton of volume stepping in. Listen, maybe even the government will realize, hey, maybe we need a little bit of Bitcoin out here to offset a lot of this stuff that, again, is going on here. It's pretty wild. We're also going to get into the news. I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Make sure everyone's good. We have Daddy-O in the chat. Fernando. Wow, a lot of people joined. Fernando, Daddy-O. All right. Crypto Billy, what's up? Nice to see you as well. We got Matt in the chat. Nice to see you. Run the bank over bank runs. Oh, Spice. I like that. KG, nice to see you. Friggy Poo, LMAO. You like that one? You like that one? Johnny Holder, what's up? Nice to see you. Olive, nice to see you as well. Oh my gosh. Nice to see everyone here. Thank you, Miss O1 Crypto. I love the little hats. Those get me. I really do love those. So I appreciate that. Yeti in the chat as well. Colin McKenzie, nice to see you. You're not late. We're just getting started. MW, nice to see you as well. Okay. Wow. Jesse James in the chat. We got Gua. The Fed tool is incoming. Yeah, the money printer is about to go burr, my friends. The money printer is about to go burr. Crypto King, nice to see you as well. Thank you for coming. Guys, Wow. Whew. This is pretty wild. What's going on? And this is stuff that, again, we've been talking about for a long time since Bitcoin's inception. Now, let's do a quick history lesson, friends. Why was Bitcoin created? Why are we here in this beautiful space that we call Bitcoin, that we call cryptocurrency? Well, on January 3rd, 2009, there was a bailout for banks. And that was what was basically inscribed in the Bitcoin Genesis block. Exactly what was happening is happening now. That happened back in 2008. This is why Bitcoin was created. So thank you, Bitcoin. Thank you, Satoshi. This is just a quick history lesson for you guys. Again, Satoshi never explained it, but in 2009, when the Great Recession was in full swing, people had gone to their bank only to find that their money was gone. Other people found their pensions had gone the same way. Now, again, in the Bitcoin Genesis block, there was the headline from the British newspaper, The Times, about the Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for the banks.
I'm here to be Network Bits Bank.
Oh, Retro Mike, that's so sweet of you to be Network Bits' bank. Thank you for your $10 super chat. You guys are very sweet. This is why Bitcoin was created, friends. Back in 2009, Satoshi, he put on the Genesis block the title, the headline from the British newspaper The Times, Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. This is why Bitcoin was created, because of exactly what is happening right now.
Pigeon coin rug. Munch.
Thank you for your $5 super chat. You guys are still beefing over Pigeon coin. You guys are nuts. Listen, again, this is why Bitcoin was created, to be your own bank and to make sure you are self-sovereign. Satoshi had that in mind when they created Bitcoin. We're going to proceed with the news now that we did a little bit of a history check. Yes, Bray, we were getting onto the new news. The new news. The new news. All the news. The newer news. The older news. The current news. The new news. Jim Cramer strikes again. A month ago, Jim Cramer urged investors to buy Silicon Valley Bank stock. Today, or on Friday, the bank was closed by California regulators, making it the second largest banking failure in U.S. history. There's a longer clip here, but Tucker Carlson kind of said it pretty good. So let's listen to Tucker.
Professional BS artist / dumb person Jim Cramer of CNBC telling his viewers to buy Silicon Valley Bank, even as it was in the process of going under. This is last month.
SVB Financial, don't you want? This company's a merchant bank with a deposit base that Wall Street had been mistakenly concerned about. SVB, it's the old Silicon Valley Bank. Recently bought one of our favorite research firms, Moffett-Nathanson, and it's become less dependent upon private equity and venture capitalist offerings. Wait a second. Those dried up last year. They could come back. Long-term private equity and venture capital, they're not going away. Being a banker to these immense pools of capital has always been a very good business. SVB's nearly 40% rally this year is barely a drop in the bucket.
SVB is great. If that guy ever endorses anything you're doing, move to the Canary Islands. Change your name, because disaster's coming.
Go off, Tucker Carlson. Man, if you like Tucker or you don't, that was still a good clip. Man, Jim Cramer again strikes. Inverse Cramer strikes again. And Jim Cramer's not afraid to tweet. But again, he recommended SIVB stock, Silicon Valley Bank stock, to his people on TV a month ago. And now, wrecked, closed, the second biggest failure. What else did Jim Cramer endorse? FTX. He also said on Friday that JP Morgan is a fortress. So again, he's throwing out names out here, and I wrote R.I.P. J.P. Morgan, which ended up going like this got like a lot of people were liking that tweet because again, inverse Kramer strikes again. Calls SVB, oh, this technology isn't going away, venture capitalism isn't going away. JP Morgan is a fortress. Then you have him continuing to tweet all weekend. The bank contagions means that the banks are healthy and the banks that are healthy can become unhealthy real fast. Hence some of the declines in stocks today because of banks that are solvent. That was referring to Friday because again, a lot of banks were taking a dip. And even today, you will see that a lot of people are getting wrecked with bank stocks. But don't worry, guys. If you're in Jim Cramer's club, another piece is coming up shortly. So if you want to inverse Kramer, then join his club and pay him money to tell you which stocks are going to do great, only for them to plummet. Silicon Valley Bank, again, that was absolute wreckage. If you were a member of Silicon Valley Bank on Friday and this bank closed, you were not able to touch your money all weekend. Again, Silicon Valley Bank was shut down by regulators in the biggest bank failure since the global financial crisis. The collapse of SVB, a key player in tech and venture capital community, leaves companies and wealthy individuals largely unsure of what will happen to their money. The California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation closed SVB and named the FDIC as the receiver. The FDIC, in turn, has created the Deposit Insurance National Bank of Santa Clara, which now holds the insured deposits from SVB. The FDIC said in the announcement all insured depositors will have access to their funds no later than Monday morning. Now, this was true. If you look even into the FDIC, I went on their website, and what happens if a bank closes? When do people expect to receive their money? Federal law requires the FDIC to make payments of insured deposits as soon as possible upon the failure of an insured institution. While every bank failure is unique, there are standard policies and procedures that the FDIC follows in making deposit insurance payments. It is the FDIC's goal to make sure deposit insurance payments within 2 business days of the failure of the insured institution. Note that some deposits that require supplemental documentation, such as accounts linked to a formal written trust agreement, funds placed by fiduciary on behalf of an owner, and blah, 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 may take a little bit longer. The timing of the completion of the deposit insurance determination is based solely on the depositor providing documentation needed by the FDIC to determine the insurance coverage. Now, if you had more than $250K, you were squeezed. People were literally sheeshed. I would, again, take a look at what's happening here on the FDIC website. If you had more than, again, $250K, what would happen? They would receive a claim against the estate of the closed bank for the remaining amount that is not insured. So basically, if you had $255K, you would be paid $250K through FDIC insurance, but the remaining $5 is not insured. The depositor will be given a receiver's certificate as proof of this claim and will receive payments as the assets of the bank are liquidated. This is literally crazy. So if you have above $250,000, then you basically are left in the absolute dust. The dust. Just like, whew. Geez. It's like, and then you had the Silicon Valley Bank CEO delivering a message, and he was trying to say that he was #devastated.
You heard this morning, I'm not making those decisions anymore, which is really hard. But I am working with the FDIC, trying to figure out how can we come up with the best outcome for our clients, as well as our
Network
employees.
bits get sheeshed.
Now, I know when that message went out this morning, I can't imagine what was going through your head and wondering, about your job, your future, etc. My goal at the end of the day is to figure out how to preserve a small portion of the franchise value that we've spent so much time building, and hopefully find the right partner at the end of the day that the FDIC can work with to have this institution continue in some form or fashion with many of you who I appreciate over so many years.
Oh, don't worry. He doesn't have your money. He played with your funds, but don't worry. I'm going to do my best. I'm not in control, but I'll do my best. I'm sorry. Sounds like SBF to me. I'm sorry. I'm devastated. I wish I could have done better. Man, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all these people in power that have access to all these funds just leaving everybody in the dust. And these are regular people we're talking about. A lot of the funds that were in Silicon Valley Bank were used for payroll. So not only are you just messing up a company, but you're messing up the people that work for them. These are families that live paycheck to paycheck, and that's the majority of these people in this country right now. Nobody has savings anymore. What do we do now? Bitcoin. Retro Mike, thank you for your $5 super chat. Network bits get sheeshed. I mean, listen, I feel like we're all getting sheeshed right now. Just sheesh thrown at us. That's not a pretty picture. It's a stinky picture. But it's exactly what's happening. Orlando, nice to see you. Frosted Flake. I need some Frosted Flakes. Maybe the sugar would make me happy. This is absolutely nuts. All Set Miner, nice to see you. Academy, nice to see you. Yeah, Bulldog, man. Leroy, nice to see you. Who else is here? I think I got everyone. I'm over this. Yeah, essentially, yes, you are destroying families. Now, look at this. This is everyday people lined up outside of Silicon Valley Bank. These aren't millionaires. These aren't CEOs of companies that the news was trying to make it seem like, oh, only venture capitalists have their money in Silicon Valley Bank. No, guys, this is for real. These are regular, everyday people that are worried and they don't know what to do. So they're sitting outside of these banks in hopes that maybe they'll get their money back. Look at this, lines down the block. Courtesy of Cointelegraph. These are everyday people. These are families that need to put their food on the table. These aren't just venture capitalists. This isn't some just degen investments that they're messing up at Silicon Valley Bank. No, not at all. Not at all. And literally, to make matters worse, the CEO, he's crying to us, right? Little CEO, where, CEO, where? Then he sold $3.6 million of stock days before the bank failed. So we know they didn't just close their doors on Friday out of nowhere and say, oh my gosh, we didn't know all of this was happening. We have to shut our doors now. They obviously knew, just like SBF and all these people that withdrew money from FTX beforehand. Celsius, the same thing. They withdrew money beforehand because they knew. They knew. The sale of 12,451 shares on February 27th. So that was like 2 weeks ago to today. Literally 2 weeks ago today, they sold 12,451 shares. The first time in more than a year that they've sold shares in parent company SVB Financial Group. According to regulatory filings, they filed a plan that allowed him to sell the shares on January 26th. So they knew since January 26th that this bank could have gone bye-bye. And they needed to cash out. On Friday, Silicon Valley Bank failed after a week of everything happening, volatility, that sent the shareholders that it would try to raise more than $2 billion in capital after taking losses. The announcement sent shares in the company plunging. Neither Becker nor SVB immediately responded to the questions about the share sale and whether the CEO was aware of the bank's plans for capital raise attempt when he filed the trading plan. The fails were made through a revocable trust controlled by Becker, filings show. Again, this was all pre-arranged plans. Apparently, it's not illegal, but he anticipated it. Tell me that's not fishy, bro. Tell me that's not fishy. Grace Foundation, tell me your feelings, Grace Foundation. I cannot believe that, again, all of these people, the major big people that have their money in these platforms. I don't care if it's a bank. I don't care if it's a lending platform in crypto. You had money there and you withdrew before everybody else and leave everybody else in the dust, the little people with their families? What do you do then? Why can't they claw back the money that he sold the $3.6 million in stock? Why can't they take that money back and say you can't have that and redisperse it to all of the people that lost their money and are waiting for money now? Because although the banks updated today said that they would bail them out, how do we know people are guaranteed to get their funds? Why can't we take his funds and distribute the assets that he took out? You guys are saying MTC for president. I would be petrified to be a president. That sheesh is too stressful. I feel like, like I'll be the president of like the Miss Teen Foundation. Like I'm cool being this president. Guys, I'm so bewildered. I'm so bewildered because again, it's the big people that always end up getting their money and leave the little people. Guys, we have it says we have 69 people watching. That's spicy. Make sure you guys, again, smash these likes, share the stream out with friends, and comment in the live chat. Let me know that you're here. I need love right now. If you guys could send me love, please send me a heart in the live chat. Give me a heart in the live chat. I need some love. I think we all need love in this world. What was really funny is that Forbes was literally saying that they were one of the best. They were one of the best banks. Literally 5 days before Silicon Valley Bank went down, Forbes magazine ranked them in during their annual best banks in America. They were one of the America's best banks for the 5th straight year. How wild is that? SVB touting their stuff literally sounds like FTX. Before FTX went down, it was, FTX, this is amazing. SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, you're the best thing for crypto. And then all of a sudden, bye. Oh, thank you, Retro Mike. And you know who also featured SBF before all this stuff happened? Forbes. So I guess we got inverse Kramer and we got inverse Forbes. You go to look at that tweet. I had it bookmarked for you guys. SVB, Forbes, one of the best banks ever. Yeah, woo! They deleted their Twitter account. Guys, get this. It's like a rugged NFT project. Literally worse than some NFT projects that rugged. At least people that rugged in the NFT space will say, hey, we're rugging now. No. They deleted their Twitter account. Silicon Valley Bank rugged. Literally, I even wrote it there. Literally looks like a rugged project. Thank you to Autism Capital, because I follow that page and they always got good stuff on there. Vish Arts, nice to see you. Pump and rug, exactly, Nash. What the sheesh, dude? Like, this is actually crazy. Actually nuts. And thank you guys so much for the hearts in the chat. I appreciate you. And Gucci Khan, you got the whole rainbow of hearts out there. That was extra effort. I appreciate that. Guys, I know how to get out of this. Delete your Twitter. What a rug. What a rug. Now, everyone was, what are we going to do? Oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Banks this, banks that. People waiting outside saying, oh, sheesh, I don't have money. What do I do? They're losing their noodles out here. And why shouldn't they? Well, Janey Yellen originally said that they won't bail out Silicon Valley Bank, that there was no help. Everyone started to lose it. Then there was an update over the weekend. Thanks to the creator of Doge tweeting this. The Fed did stuff and everything is cool again. This, again, is from the FDIC, the Department of Treasury, the Federal Reserve. The following statement is released Today, we are taking decisive actions to protect the U.S. economy by strengthening public confidence in our banking system. This step will ensure that the U.S. banking system continues to perform its vital roles of protecting deposits and providing access to credit to households and businesses in a manner that promotes strong and sustainable economic growth. After receiving recommendation from the boards of the FDIC and Federal Reserves, Yellen approved actions enabling the FDIC to complete its resolution of Silicon Valley Bank Santa Clara, California, in a manner that fully protects all depositors. Depositors will have access to all of their money starting Monday, March 13th. No losses associated with the resolution of Silicon Valley Bank will be borne by the taxpayer. We are announcing by a similar systemic risk exemption for Signature Bank New York, which was closed yesterday, by its state chartering authority. All depositors of this institution will be made whole. As with the resolution of Silicon Valley Bank, no losses will be borne by the taxpayer. Shareholders and certain unsecured debt holders will not be protected. Senior management has also been removed. Any losses to the Department Insurance Fund to support uninsured depositors will be recovered by a special assessment on banks as required by law. Finally, the Federal Reserve Board on Sunday announced it will make available additional funding to eligible depository institutions to help assure banks have the ability to meet the needs of their depositors. The U.S. banking system remains resilient on a solid foundation, in large part due to reforms that were made after the financial crisis in 2008. No losses borne by the taxpayer. How, when all of the dollars are from us, the taxpayers? That I don't think makes any sense to me. Joe Biden went on TV this morning. I wrote a few notes. I know he tweeted. Hold on. I wrote a few notes. He said all customers will have money today. No losses borne by the taxpayer. The fee from the banks. So basically how they're giving the money back, he said, is the fee comes from the banks in the deposit insurance fund. So the banks all pull into this deposit insurance fund, and that's where they're taking the money from to pay back everyone. And he said essentially the banking system is safe. So I don't know if I would believe that one. But he did tweet last night, at my directions, Secretary Yellen and my National Economic Council Director worked with banking regulators to address problems at Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank. I'm pleased that they reached a solution that protects all workers, small businesses, taxpayers, and our financial system. The American people and American businesses can have confidence that their bank deposits will be there when they need them. I'm firmly committed to holding those responsible for this mess fully accountable and continuing our efforts to strengthen oversight and regulation of larger banks. Blah, 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 blah. Money printer going burr. That's what I hear. Money printer going burr. Now, people are a little bit worried. But Elon Musk actually stepped in and said that he's open to the idea of buying Silicon Valley Bank and making it a digital bank. So maybe this could be a pivot. Now, I saw someone mention this in the chat, and I got you. I got you. Like, I already had this planned out. HSBC subsidiary was looking to acquire Silicon Valley Bank's UK unit for £1. I'm actually so weak. HSBC Holdings said its UK ring-fenced subsidiary HSBC UK Bank is acquiring Silicon Valley Bank UK for £1, as per a filing. As of March 10th, SVB UK had loans of around $6.6 billion and deposits of around $8.1 billion, the filing said. Noel Quinn, the HSBC Group's CEO, said, "This acquisition makes excellent strategic sense for our business in the UK, strengthens our commercial banking franchise, and enhances our ability to serve innovative and fast-growing firms, including the technology and life science sectors in the UK and internationally." The sale announced on Monday was facilitated by the UK government under resolution powers designed to wind up failing lenders without destabilizing the financial system. Deposits will be protected with no taxpayer support. And the Bank of England tweeted that SVB UK would be put into insolvency. But again, HSBC stepped in and said, bro, we're taking it for $1.21. And speaking of $1.21, thank you, Nifty Guy, for your super chat of four Canadian dollars, which again, I think was $1 and something. So thank you. I appreciate it. And it has a little cute coffee gif. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. Yeti, it's a done deal. BBC this morning fully announced it too. Yep. Yep. They're acquiring literally $1.21. How wild is that? That's actually crazy. So if you want to buy a bank, I think it's pretty affordable nowadays. We got Kyle in the chat. Welcome, Kyle. Patrick Murphy, I don't think I said hello to you today. Now, even more people involved in Silicon Valley Bank. Ripple was involved. They had an undisclosed amount of funds in Silicon Valley Bank. Centralization, man. Crazy. Brad Garlinghouse said, setting the record straight on SVB Qs. Ripple had some exposure to Silicon Valley Bank. It was a banking partner and held some of our cash balance. Fortunately, we expect no disruption to our day-to-day business. And we already held a major of our USD with a broader network of bank partners. Obviously, a lot is still unknown about what happens in SVB, as the case is still ongoing. We hope to have more details soon, but rest assured, Ripple remains in a strong financial position. It's ironic that so much of what's happening as some companies scramble to make payroll highlights how broken our financial system still is. Wires are still not 24/7, 365. Rumors led to collapse and the frictions of moving money within a deeply fragmented system. Listen, I could agree with the bottom part, Brad. I could slide with that. We want instant payments. This literally is paving the way for Bitcoin. More people were involved in Silicon Valley Bank. So I'm going to get to Signature in a little while. I know we brought up Signature a little bit, but still a little bit more news. New news. Circle USDC had an undisclosed amount of cash in Silicon Valley Bank as well. The amounts are shown here at their fair value as of the report dates, and Circle Reserve Fund, in which securities are owned, reports U.S. Treasury securities in accordance with Rule 2A7 under the Investment Act, cash held at U.S. regulated financial institutions, and funds and bank balances have been adjusted for timing and settlement differences. Blah. Basically, again, they had undisclosed amounts there. Circle actually ended up tweeting about it. They said following the confirmation at the end of today that the wires initiated on Thursday to remove balances that were not yet processed, $3.3 billion of the $40 billion of USDC reserves remain at Silicon Valley Bank. And like the other customers and depositors who relied on SVB for banking services, Circle joins calls for continuity of this important bank in the U.S. economy and will follow guidance provided by state and federal regulators. Now, what happened because of this news? USDC literally depegged USDC. If you guys check that out. Plummeted. Now is pegged again, but we saw a low of, it's according to Gemini, 82 cents. I saw 90. But again, look at this craziness. People were literally degenning USDC. So USDC ultimately got wrecked. People did not see this coming. People were worried sickly because of everything happening with USDC. USDC was set out to be the next digital dollar. USDC is backed by everyone and their mother. USDC was everyone was so reliant. I was even in a Bitcoin maxi space this morning, and someone was saying that although they're a Bitcoin maxi, because of all the things that they've gone through in crypto and they wanted to diversify some of their holdings, they had some in USDC, and they low-key got wrecked. So USDC depegged, but now repegged. Coinbase, who was the biggest supporter of USDC, paused USDC conversions over the weekend on Friday, said yesterday we'll bring it back. Don't worry. If you guys do actually take a look, Coinbase did tweet this morning that they did reinstate USDC to USD conversions and are now operating normal via API and UI. USDC will not be auto-converted to USD on Coinbase Exchange. So again, USDC was halted on many exchanges, not just Coinbase, but again, Coinbase was the biggest proponent of USDC. A lot of big money was trying to stay away from USDC, but yeah, that was kind of the contagion that followed Silicon Valley Bank and everything like that. We do have 86 likes. We could get 100, my friends. Please share some love. Smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends, comment in the chat, let me know that you're here. Oh, Nifty Guy. I don't think I said thank you for the super chat before. Oh, I think I did. Never mind. I did. Thank you. Appreciate it. Who else is here? Six Pack American. What's up? All right. Pineapple XE. Welcome. All right. So yeah, smash these likes. Come on, friends. I see the climbing right now. We got 12 more until we hit our goal. And we have like 70, I think we have like 71 people watching. Let's get to, we have 78 people watching. All right, let's get to 100, guys. We could do it. Now we have Silicon Valley Bank that went down. Friend on TikTok, what is FUD? FUD stands for fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That is usually what news outlets would put out or things people would say to try to have people sell crypto. Like when they put out articles, oh, Bitcoin is banned in this place when it's really not, or Bitcoin is for criminals, or Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. Basically trying to spread fear, uncertainty, and doubt to have people sell their Bitcoin. That's basically what FUD is. John Legend, what's up? Now, again, we talked about Silicon Valley Bank. Now a second bank went under. Signature Bank was shut down by state regulators. In a statement, the New York Department of Financial Services Superintendent Adrienne Harris said that the Federal Depository Insurance Corporation, the FDIC, has taken receivership of the bank. This marks the third bank collapse in under a week following Silvergate Bank's involuntary liquidation and Silicon Valley Bank's shutdown on Wednesday and Friday, respectively. Harris said the action was to protect depositors. A joint statement from the FDIC and U.S. Treasury Department said all depositors who use Signature Bank will be made whole in a joint statement outlining the actions the federal regulators would take to protect depositors in SVB. Wow. So apparently, there were approximately $110.36 billion and total deposits of approximately $88.59 billion as of December 31st, 2022. DFS is in close contact with all regulated entities in light of the market events, monitoring market trends, and collaborating closely with other state and federal regulators. They said we're announcing a similar systemic risk exemption for Signature Bank, New York, which was closed today, which we kind of, again, went over in this initial little item that we had here. Where was that? Yes, there we go. They said, again, here that they would be taking care of Signature Valley Bank, kind of the same that they did everyone else. So, again, Signature Bank, another bank closed. And as they put out this news, they were like, oh, crypto-friendly Signature Valley Bank, they closed, They're trying to fund crypto as Bitcoin. If you guys look at the charts, and when this article came out, it was like trying to have the FUD kick in. Oh, no, crypto banks, crypto-friendly banks being shut down, hammering down Bitcoin, trying to shut us down. It will not happen. It will not happen. Look, another video. People lining up at the bank on a Saturday in Brentwood. Civilians. Look at this. A little bit weird that they're making monkey noises, but look, you guys know what Black Friday's like? You know, I haven't really taken part in a Black Friday, but look at these girls over here. You got these girls camping out like it's Black Friday and they're trying to go into Best Buy to get the new flat screen TV that just came out. What are you doing? What is this? This is literally Black Friday, except you're trying to run into the bank to get your money out. What? What? And let me say, friends, this is what the Bitcoin people have been preaching for years. This is what Satoshi has put in the Bitcoin Genesis block. The title from the British newspaper The Times, Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. This is exactly what we're here for in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We need to be our own bank. We cannot rely on the government to bail out these banks so they could save the day. If you had more than $250K in your bank account, you are squeezed. You can't rely on the government to bail out these banks forever. You have to rely on yourself to be your own bank. This is what Satoshi had in mind. Take control of your funds. Be your own bank. Respect your time. Respect your value. That's what Bitcoin does for you. Don't be like these girls that are lining up for the bank to get their cash like it's Black Friday at Best Buy. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. It like, honestly, like, it makes me a little sad. Like, all these people are like left without money, and even more people again are gonna line up outside their banks. Like, this will not stop a bank run. Now people are unsure of the banks. They're unsure of their dollars. This will not stop people from lining up outside these banks and trying to get their money back. Now, what is everyone gonna do? Put their money under their mattress and hope that no one breaks into their house? Bitcoin, guys, your private keys, your recovery phrases, your digital wallets, your cold storage. No one can take that from you. Please, protect yourself. I don't care if number go up or number go down right now. Have money that belongs to you. This is just the beginning of the end for the banks. I don't think, this is just one bailout. This is a bailout now. What if other banks are saying, hey, I don't have to worry anymore because the government's just going to bail me out? Nothing bad could happen to us. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. CZ Binance is trying to step in. He said, given the changes in stablecoins and banks, Binance is trying to convert the remaining $1 billion in industry recovery initiative funds from BUSD to native crypto, including Bitcoin, BNB, and ETH. And some movements will occur on chain. Transparency. He did do that. So shouts to CZ. And now the banks are continuing to go down. First Republic Bank, they dropped by a record 67% at the opening before they halted the stocks. First Republic Bank, wrecked. Signature Bank, halted, wrecked. Western Alliance Bancorp, halted, wrecked. So not only can you not get your money out of the banks, and you can't rely on the bank to store your funds, but now you can't even trade in a free market because the bank stocks are actually being halted because they're slipping so far. And these are big banks. Why are the banks slipping and being halted if there is not a problem? If this bailout was okay, if everything was okay after this bailout, then why are these banks crashing? Why are the stocks crashing? There is a bigger problem that people are not listening to, that they're not paying attention to. And honestly, now the retail is getting a wind of it. Now, all of the people that are in Bitcoin, all of a sudden, we make sense. Yeah, the banks can close. You can not get your money. You will have to wait outside in a lounge chair like it's Black Friday at Best Buy, waiting outside your bank to get your funds. That is insane. That is insane. That is stuff that people said would never happen here. Unfortunately, it is. And don't let your money get stuck in the bank and get pushed into a CBDC. Because that's what this is ultimately leading to. A central bank digital currency. And even on the news, they said this morning, the digital dollar is coming. This is what it's all about. So they say, oh, you don't have to worry about the banks closing. You don't have to worry about all this tax and all this crazy FDIC insurance. You could have a digital dollar. No. I will not do it. I will not. Were you missing funds at Wells Fargo? Well, here's what happened last week on Friday. People were saying that their direct deposit transactions are not showing on their account. People were trying to find a resolution. And they said it was a technical issue. This is not the first time. This is not the first time. There was another bank we were talking about, the same thing. So let's do a nice recap of everything that we have talked about today. We have why was Bitcoin created? Because of what happened in 2009 on the Genesis block of Bitcoin. There was a headline inscribed by Satoshi, Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks, from the British newspaper The Times. Bailouts are happening for the banks right now in the US with Signature Valley Bank and Silicon Valley Bank. You have Wells Fargo, where people could not get their money. They couldn't see their money in their deposits in their accounts. People are waiting outside of their banks in lounge chairs like it's Black Friday outside of Best Buy, waiting to get their funds from the bank. These are regular people, guys. These are not just venture capitalists waiting to get their funds. These aren't just some rich people sitting in their $1 million penthouses. These are regular, everyday people with families and jobs that need their money. And that's why we're in Bitcoin. That's what Satoshi was telling us to do. Be our own bank. Don't rely on anyone to store your funds for you. Don't rely on the fiat system to keep your purchasing power either. People are losing faith. People are losing faith. So much so that the governor of South Dakota actually vetoed a bill that was excluding Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as money, and that was paving the way for CBDCs. This girl, Kristi Noem, Governor Kristi, shouts to her. She is amazing. She said, I respectfully return to you House Bill 1193 with my veto. This bill adopts the definition as money to specifically exclude cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, as well as other digital assets. At the same time, the UCC revisions include central bank digital currencies as money. These developments concern me for several reasons. First, by expressing excluding cryptocurrencies as money, it would become more difficult to use crypto. By needlessly limiting this freedom, HB 1193 would put South Dakota citizens at a business disadvantage. Because Kristi knows, you push innovation out of your company, your country, your state, people will go elsewhere. By defining money in this proposed way, the bill opens the door to the risk that the federal government could easily adopt a CBDC, which may then become the only viable digital currency. At this moment in time, such a government-backed electronic currency has not been created. It would be imprudent to create regulations governing something that does not yet exist. More importantly, South Dakota should not open the door to potential future overreach by the federal government. She also ended up going on the news this weekend
in South Dakota.
Please listen to this. What a legend. She was also on Mornings with Maria. She's great. Kristi Noem. What a savage.
In South Dakota, we are the session that completes its business earliest in the year. We are the first ones to really look at this bill and find out the truth of what's in it. And I did veto that bill. I'm asking my legislators to change their minds, to make the right decision and help me kill this bill once and for all. But I'm telling you, Tucker, we've got the same language coming to over 20 other states. I believe it's to pave a way for the federal government to control our currency and thus control people. It should be alarming to everyone, and it's being sold as a UCC guidelines update. There's no rush to do this. We need to be smart and make sure that we're doing what we can to protect people. I find it ironic that we also are having this discussion at the same time we have banks and credit card companies talking about coding gun and ammunition in a separate code so they can track it. So not only can they tie these two issues together, if the government doesn't approve of what you're purchasing, if they have the only form of digital currency out there that is endorsed and utilized in the country, they can control how you spend that money and thus take away all your freedom.
The last line, listen to that again.
In the country, they can control how you spend that money and thus take away all your freedom.
Kristi Noem. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Legend, legend, legend. Legends. Legends. Yes. This is happening. Anti-CBDCs. Would we love to see it, my friends? Would we love to see it? So this was my one piece of really good news today. Because I wanted to make sure we sprinkle in some good with all this negativity. Because holy sheesh. Jay on TikTok. So if you guys want a better experience with the show that's happening now, head over to youtube.com/MissTeenCrypto. That's where I'm streaming now. That's where you can see all the articles, the charts, and the videos that I show. So, Rob, head over to youtube.com/MissTeenCrypto. Thank you. All right. Oh, wow. Oh, we have over 103 likes. Let's get after it, friends. Let's get after it. Woo! Woo! Let's go. Oh, thank you for the cap execution. We're 50% on our goal over there. Let's go. That's awesome. Guys, wow. This was an intense show. I know. Web3 me. I know. JG. I know. This is what it's all about. This is why we're here. Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. Satoshi, guys. Satoshi in the Genesis block. Put the British newspaper The Times headline. Chancellor second bailout for banks. And now, in 2023, we are seeing this again. Banks being bailed out. People not able to go to the bank and receive their money. Even with the insurance, there's no guarantee that you get your money back. And even once people get their money back, are the general amount of people, are people going to trust the banks anymore? Will people trust in the dollar anymore to secure their funds? Or will people start going to Bitcoin, where you could be your own bank, where no one can take your money from you? No one can tell you when you can withdraw, when you can't withdraw, who you can transact with, when you can transact with them. Bitcoin is 24/7, 365. The banking system is not. Check out Bitcoin. Doug R, what's up? Yeti, thank you for coming. Enzo Mining, nice to see you. Select, nice to see you. Friends, if you have any questions, you could throw them in the chat. But I'm so wowed at what's happening right now. This is what we've been talking about for years. For years. I remember, my friends, telling friends in school, telling my family 3+ years ago that this was going to happen. I was called crazy. Oh, this would never happen. You're anti this. You're anti that. Bitcoin's a Ponzi scheme. The banks would never close. Inflation who? Now look what happened. Over 40+% of our money supply was printed between 2020 and 2021. The banks are closing. Bank stocks are crashing. And all the while, Bitcoin is pumping. This is the future. It's the now. They say Bitcoin is the future. Bitcoin's the future. Bitcoin is now. Satoshi, again, put in the Genesis block. The title from the British Times newspaper. Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. Crazy. Heriberto, is Bitcoin the only coin I'm in? No. Nash, you bet I'll be getting calls from who? Hopefully not from anyone mean. Man, I don't want any mean calls. But again, listen, fam. I got hate for this. Now this is all that's happening. This is what's happening. Rimo Trades, they've been paving the way, the need of a one world leader. Hell no. No. We need a little bit of diversification out there, just like in our portfolios. Overall, my friends, we're going to make it. Bitcoin is going to make it. There's no stopping Bitcoin. Yeah. There's no stopping Bitcoin. People want education. Exactly. People are seeing that they can't trust the dollar. They can't trust their banks. They can't trust anybody but themselves. Again, people, they could try taking their money out of the banks and holding their money under their mattress. But at the same time, if people know you have money in your house, they're gonna rob you. Bitcoin cryptocurrency seems like the only true way to store everything. Josh, yeah, crazy stuff. Thank you guys so much for coming. This was an absolute pleasure today. Literally, later today, literally in 2 hours, 3 hours. 4 o'clock is the show. Okay, 4 o'clock, I will be back here talking about everything happening as well with Sin City Crypto. I love Sin City Crypto. Let me just tell you, I think they're amazing people. And so they're coming on the show today. So they're probably live right now as well on their channel. So if you want, again, you can head over there when we finish this up. I'll see you guys in 3 hours with Sin City Crypto. We're going to be talking about all of this stuff, and they're so insightful. So I'm very excited to chill with them. So thank you guys again so much for joining me. I appreciate every single one of you. If you guys enjoyed the show, please smash these likes, subscribe, share the stream out with friends so more people know what's going on and more people understand what's happening with crypto, what's happening with the banks. Again, I really do appreciate every single one of you guys for coming. Again, make sure you smash this like, share the stream out with friends, comment after this is over how you feel Bitcoin is going to go this week, where you think Bitcoin is going, and where you see the future of the banks. And if you guys are storing, or if you guys are buying more crypto, it seems that 83% of you guys are saying that you're buying Bitcoin and not keeping your fiat in the bank. So I love to see that. Thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate every single one of you. Have a great day. And as always, stay zesty. See you at 4. Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. I'm horrible. Technically, it's 3 o'clock Central, but 4 o'clock Eastern. Thank you guys so much. I'm sorry again. Have a great day. And as always, stay zesty. See you at 4. Peace.